decades actually, I've tried to recruit people to run. And people said, oh my goodness, I'm not gonna put up the headache for $10,000. They said, look, there's no benefits, there's no nothing, you have to run for office, you have to serve in office, and every decision that we make, absent renaming a bridge after, our beautiful third grade school teacher, there's controversy. Some people are for it, some people are against it. And so when you make a tough decision, it's a hard thing to do where you can't make everybody happy. And with that, lots of people said, I'm not gonna run. And quite frankly, some of the people even more recently said, when council is now attacking members of council, calling them out on different things and censuring and doing all this silliness, they said, I wouldn't do it for 100,000. And so with this, I'm glad I can objectively vote on this because I'm leaving. This isn't affecting me. But let me tell you, for people who are up here that are working hard to make good decisions about a budget that's over $350 million. I mean, you got people up here that are working hard. And, I know somebody's gonna probably, try to gaslight and say, oh, I'm not doing that because it's such and such. And I get it. And I get to objectively talk about this because I recognize the Bible says the workman is worthy of his hire. And so when somebody is looking at somebody else coming in, would you do it for $10,000 a year? Would you do all the meetings, would you do all the things? A lot of people wouldn't. And that's why lots of times people wouldn't run because they would lose half of their business because if they gotta make a decision and vote on something that makes half of the community mad or half of the community happy, it's just, they'd rather run a business. And so lots of people haven't run from that perspective. And now looking at this, I know we can look at percentages. I teach finance, so the percentage looks, it's a 40% increase. You're going from $10,000 a year to $14,000 a year. Now, is it an increase? Absolutely. But was it actually approved 4 or 5 years ago? And should it have been there? I think that's what it has in here. It was approved like in 2019 or something, quite a long time ago, 4 years ago, 5 years ago. And it's now, and council said, hey, for the year when the pandemic hit, lots of uncertainty, said, let's put that on hold for a year. And it's now come up because of the fact that folks who ran in a kind of primary, whether Republican or Democrat primary, our treasurer said, here's what the thing is. You gotta pay a fee of 2% of the salary. 2% of 10,000 is $200. He had a bill of $280. And it's like, wait a minute. And he said, well, that's what the code says. That's what the city code says, that that's what the pay should be. With this, it's going back to what it should have been 4 or 5 years ago. Quite frankly, as Kimberly said a little bit a minute ago, some of these places, because of the state law change, they've increased the pay going from where we're up to now 14,000, going up to 50 or 35 or 60. I think we're probably one of the lowest paid in the cities, probably in the whole Commonwealth of Virginia. And so with that, again, nobody's up here, I don't think, is doing it for the pay. Obviously, they wouldn't be doing it because they were at 10,000. With that, do I think they deserve it? Even if I disagree wholeheartedly on policies or things that they say, I think they should do it because of the fact that people are taking effort and people are actually working and people are actually trying to make the lives of our citizens better. They're spending lots of time on the issues. They're going to ribbon cuttings and events. Again, it's a no fun thing. People are saying, oh my gosh, I'm looking to vote for my increase. That's why this is an increase. It's been the same, I believe it's been close to the same as when I first started in 2004. I think everybody is familiar with inflation.